Hey, I'm at Chick-fil-A waiting for my 3 counts of 10-piece smoothies. And I got my dragon fruit. And I guess I get 1 hash brown. And I got 1 meal. And then two of them. I don't know. It looks like rain today. Well, I'm just gonna say it looks. It really is sprinkled probably. And it's so dark and windy, stormy kind of weather. Like our luck. I mean, this last week has pretty much been feeling like tornado weather. Like on and off, you know. I think I heard Tulsa or somewhere near there did have a tornado or something like that, or a warning or something, and we never did. But anyway, I don't know. I've been thinking about this whole recession thing, you know, because everyone's kind of worried about, like, there's a lot of job losses, and I'm gonna admit that I've always been glad about this. That this is when I'm so glad that we didn't make so much money that we had these big ass houses that we had to take care of. Because imagine you have a big income, trying to find a good income job probably be a lot harder than trying to find a minimum wage job. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing that, and because imagine a man having to take care of his whole family that's used to being in a huge ass house with all the things that they want. You know what I mean? Having plenty of food, plenty of whatever the hell. You know what I mean? And then having to keep that lifestyle up when you don't have a job. I'm like, it probably really sucks, because it would probably be really scary, you know? I can't imagine. I mean, you know, even if his wife had to go to work, it would, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe she would make as much, maybe she wouldn't. Who knows, you know? Because I would assume that she'd be up there with him, job-wise, kind of in skill, because they probably met at college. You know what I mean? I mean, more than likely, they probably are near similar backgrounds. But, you know, I'm sure he's not, I mean, like they said, meeting some McDonald's worker and saying, "Oh, I want to marry you. I can't wait, I'm in love." Make it happen. I'm sure occasionally that does happen, but what are the odds? Probably not. But anyway, yeah, so I am kind of glad that we don't have that to worry about, because I mean, could you imagine, damn, that kind of pressure? I guess that might be why some people kill themselves during these kind of things, like the stock market exchange, where they lost everything, you know what I mean? That yeah. Oh, here's my food. Let me wait and see.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Throw that in there. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. But yeah, so like, I know this one lady was giving tips on recessions and stuff, and I'm like, oh god, I don't know. That's the thing. We're not used to 1920s living. Remember when they had, I would assume that's when they had the first depression, wasn't it? I don't know. 1920s, 1930s, I better look in history, because I don't even remember. I just remember it was probably around my grandma's time. Right? My grandma's time. And they survived it. But I mean, I remember watching some of those movies where they're having, you know, they're in their homes and they have no electricity, and they have to take, like, let's say, their fence and burn it, books to burn it, you know what I mean, shit like that, to survive, you know. There was just no money, there was just no jobs, there was just nothing, you know. And I can't imagine how, if we ever got to that point. And then I kind of get the capitalists thinking of, you remember how they, like, let's give them money, put it in the economy, they spend it, you know, put it on jobs, blah blah blah. Well, you know, in our inflation, what were they trying to do? They're trying to crash our economy, which they have been doing a great job of it, which requires all these job losses, requires people suffering, requires a lot of bullshit, right? I'm like, I guess money not going into the economy except for emergency shit, like things you absolutely have to pay, yet people are still spending money, because you can go to the restaurants and there's always tons of people at certain restaurants, and a lot of restaurants, and even spending money at the mall or Walmart. I mean, Walmart's packed a lot of the time still, you know? It's like, shit, first of all, everybody are still pumping money into the economy, which is a good thing, right? That's why Walmart people, we still have our jobs, but they have been cutting people too. You know what I mean? Because I think they don't need as many people, because sometimes we do have some really fucking slow days. I'm like, holy shit, it's fucking so slow. I want to kill myself. So there's that, you know. I don't know. We're definitely getting close to that, you know, completely. Like, and then I'm like, what happens when our economy does crash? They get and they do exactly what they wanted them to do, right? I mean, does it mean that everything can go down to, like, let's say back to dollar gas prices for real, not just $3 or $4 or $5 gas prices? I mean, do food shit go down a lot? I mean, do we start back where our economy, where money isn't worth as much like it is now? You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, I doubt it. I seriously doubt they're going to cut all the fucking prices of shit. You know, I don't even know if they'll cut the interest of shit back to, let's say, 20 or 10% interest on credit cards. You know what I mean? They're like at 30% practically. Do you think they're going to go back down to 15%? What about rent? The company who's getting paid $2,000, they're going to say, oh, well, now let's lower the rent to $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? It could happen. Or let's go to everybody, or we'll just pay $500 for these big ass houses. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, you know? I am wondering now if we're going to get that lucky, but so I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get the whole point they're crashing the economy is what they've been freaking doing, squeezing the shit out of us. But what about putting money back into the economy? Are they going to start giving us more money so we can spend more money again, so we can give, you know, good raises? Because apparently everyone's always saying raises don't help, they just make all the prices go up. But prices go up no matter what. The only people that get good raises during these shit, when they keep saying that, are the people who already make good money. They're the ones getting bonuses and what you call every fucking year, and it goes up. You ever notice that? They have no problem giving themselves bonuses and raises and bullshit like that. You know? Because like I said, they're just trying to keep the rich rich, the poor poor. Because if they don't have those poor people, then we're not going to do the horrible jobs probably. It's probably what they figure. If we were all making tons of money, why would we want to work at McDonald's and put up with their bullshit? and Walmart. And some uglier jobs out there that people probably are doing that no one wants to talk about, right? You gotta have us poor class to do that, I guess, right? Or you're gonna have to do it yourself. I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting. I am a little scared, but I think at the same time, you know, we're living in that mentality. We're like, well, you know what? We don't know how long we're gonna have it. We don't know how long before we have a war, and our economy gets completely destroyed, and we get bombed and stuff, and we can't live like we have been living, going on vacations and shit. Because who knows when we go to war? It's not going to be a fun time, I would assume. You know, I guess that's the next step for completely crashing our economy. Because isn't that why they went into recession originally, was a war? I mean, is that our next step? And I'm not gonna lie, I know war is ugly. I know shit happens, and it's really scary. You know? Other countries are dealing with it all the time. We are not in our nice little safe, which I'm not going to say it's really safe, because let's face it, we have bad things that happen in a lot of part of the areas, right? Like you said, the crime rate's really high. People are killing each other. They're doing gangs that do bad things, right? So it's not like there aren't any. But let's face it, some of us, and I am one of those people, live in a little dome. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, I know how lucky I have it, but I can't. I don't know. But I get scared. We still have problems. It's just not like problems like some other people have, you know? And a little dome that protects me. And makes you think, oh, I can. Things aren't bad, you know? But they could be. They could get bad everywhere, you know? I don't know. Oh. It is going to, right? Eventually. I mean, I have to admit that. Oh, what is that? I guess someone tried to call for those. Oh, my hokas! My hokas are coming today! Yahoo! In the rain! I have to tell my kids, keep an eye out for my hokas! The suns are coming today! Anyway, it's James' day to go see his girlfriend. He should have went last night, but he said he wasn't going to because he has got to go to the DMV this morning, so I have to probably get him up. We can go to the DMV and then go see her, because you know, usually he doesn't spend the night here, but he has been more often, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't. You know. I don't know. You know. But yeah. So he did spend the night here tonight. Like I said, he's definitely been spending more nights at her house than our house. That's what I feel like, because usually it's the night before he goes to her house, then the night that night, then the night after, like for us to go to work again. So that's like 3 nights in a row. You know what I mean? So you do that twice a week. That's like 6 times. So is he at her house like in the evenings, sleeping there like 2 times a week now? Maybe 1 day a week? No, it feels like he's here more because he does have more days together. I don't know how many days, but just what it says. It seems like let's say Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night he's at her house. Tuesday he's at our house. But Wednesday normally, is he? How does that work? I think I'm off a day here. He comes back Monday, he goes straight to work. He comes, spends the night Monday. Well, maybe it's because I'm not counting Monday night. I went flat out said Tuesday night, but no, it would be Monday night. He would be staying at our house. Tuesday nights when he would go back. Wednesday night stay. No, then okay. I definitely am fucking this up because Thursday he'd be here. Friday he'd be here. So that's at least 3 days a week he's here for sure, and the rest 4 there. But sometimes, like I said, like he spent the night last night, that makes it more here, but that rarely happens. So yeah, I think it's more like 4 and 3 normally. 4 he's there, 3 he's here. And this week it's a lot longer because he's been here a lot more. Well, the wind's blowing shit around like crazy. Alright, I gotta get my shit together. I'm gonna go eat and stuff, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. But I just did want to talk about this whole recession thing, and I don't know, I'm scared, but I am also trying not to be scared, and I'm also partly trying to go, oh, well, I should enjoy what I can while we have, because one of these days we're not going to have all this shit, we're going to be God knows what, right? You know, you got that whole, you live once, you don't know how long you're going to live, you don't know how long shit's going to be as good as it is, you know what I mean? I think maybe that's what some of us are doing. We're like, fuck, enjoy it while you can, because goddamn knows what's going to happen. We might not have all this luxury that we have now. All this fun stuff we could do now, right?